How you doing? I'm Jim Rahtz, your old man outdoors. Today, I'm walking around the lake at Burr Oak State Park. Is it a wilderness backpacking adventure? No. But it is a great way to enjoy some fall scenery on a 2-day hike. Let's get going. Here's a starting point for the Burr Oak Backpack Trail. It's a parking lot of the Nature Center. Got a kiosk over here, got a map of the park, and it's right near the main entrance to the park at Burr Oak. And there's some folks way over there just getting started on the trail, and I'm going to be following them. Burr Oak State Park is located near the city of Gloucester and also Wayne National Forest in southeast Ohio. There are a few options to hiking around the lake that range anywhere from 20 to 23 or so miles. Camping in the park is restricted to established fee-based areas, but there are multiple options there as well. Very pretty late fall day here at Burr Oak. I am going to do the backpack trail. We're going to be walking this clockwise today. As you can see, it's pretty well marked. Let's see, there it is. Very obvious trail. So we'll see you down the trail. Not much of a crowd at the beach today. Well, he's bored. Just about a mile in, we're walking along the lake, but some of the valleys are fairly rocky. As you can see here, we'll pan around and show you how we're overlooking the lake. There she be, right there. I've backpacked this trail a few times, and it's a great one, especially for a novice backpacker. The trail's easy to follow, and you're going to be staying at a state park camp area. There's a few of them along the way. One of them right about the halfway point, which is where I'm going to be staying. So a novice backpacker can kind of ease themselves into that backpacking experience with the amenities of a camp area. I'm not actually backpacking today. I am camping. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get to the halfway point. Dock 2, there's also some camping here. About 2 miles in. A little early to stop for the night, but certainly a good place to stop for a snack. About a mile after Dock 2, you're back in civilization at Dock 1. Just go right on through the parking lot. Most places the trail's pretty well marked. Through here we've got blue, yellow, and green. And as you can see, you don't have to go too far before your next blaze. At this point we're leaving the state park and going on to federal property, Corps of Engineers. Means we're getting close to the dam. Emergency spillway. Walking across the Tom Jenkins Dam, which was built in 1950, impounding Sunday Creek. There's some picnic tables, restrooms up there, as well as a great view of the lake itself. So I'm thinking, looks like it's about time for another break, about 6 miles in. Break's over. Over time, mile after mile of walking near the lakeshore can start to seem a little repetitive, but the fall color really makes it worthwhile. Just gorgeous out here today. Right after dock number 4, got a little bit of road walking going. And up ahead is the beach. All right, 10 miles in, done with the road walk. We got to climb this hill here. That's where the main campground for the park is. Since it's about halfway around the lake from where I started, that's where I'm going to be spending the night. Even though the campground is not very crowded with COVID, you had to reserve your spot early, ahead of time online. So I was able to get number 29, and here I am. Hopefully you weren't expecting me to throw a sleeping bag down in the dirt. This is going to be a little more luxurious trip than some of the backpacking ones. Yeah, the camper's got a sink, stove, refrigerator, dining table, several places to sleep, and the couch here to relax and enjoy a nice beverage. Well, it's morning here in the camper. You were probably expecting to see a scene or two around a campfire, and I'd have liked to have done that, except it rained all last evening, which made the choice of not backpacking and going a little more luxurious turned out to be probably a better decision than it normally would have been. Anyhow, I still love freeze-dried breakfast, so I'm going to have a little bit of that, pack up a little bit, and hit the trail here soon. It's about 7:30 in the morning. Just getting started on the trail. Going to need a headlamp for a little bit yet. One of the drawbacks of bringing the extra camping equipment and leaving it on the site is I do need to get back to the site by 1 p.m. to get it off the site, unless I want to pay for another night. Anyhow, I enjoy walking early in the mornings anyway, so no big deal for me. Hiking right on the edge of a fairly steep little valley that drains into the lake. Quite a bit of undercut rock here. There we go. Almost looks like a little cave. I think fall is probably my favorite time to be hiking. Besides the color, you hike during the week, the trails are yours, and you get some views like out of the lake that you'd never get in the summer. You might not even know you're close to the lake unless you're hiking in fall or winter. Near the very upper reaches of the lake now. Quite a bit of bottom land. It is a flood control lake, so during wet weather this whole area will flood out, and there are places where you can lose the trail, so keep that in mind when you plan a trip. Well, this is new since the last time I was here. In the past, you would continue up along the creek for, I don't know, maybe another quarter to a half mile or so, and actually have to cross the creek depending on the weather. It could be a wet foot crossing. Continuing just beyond that is where you can meet up with Wildcat Hollow, another backpacking trail that's actually a very nice backpacking trail. But we've got a new bridge to cross here, and I believe I'll take it. It's easy to pick up the trail again on the other side of the bridge. We're about 4.5 miles in, a little bit more from the campground. So call it about 15 miles from where we started. And we're gonna head back down the other side of the lake, actually the side of the lake that my truck's parked. I don't know whether at some point somebody missed his turn or not, but it is pretty well marked. Another one up there in case you missed the last 7. Just stay with the yellow blazes, you will not get lost. There's a blaze, there's a blaze, there's a blaze. bottomlands can mean some wet feet, but they have done some serious work to keep it from being too bad for you. 7 miles from last night's camp, or 17.5 from the starting point, we have Dock 3 and another camp area. The camp spots are right on the shore. Also have some restrooms nearby. There is some water in season. I do need to remember, at least during the pandemic, no walk-ins on these campsites. You do need to reserve them online ahead of time. Just past Boat Dock 3, I made the decision to leave the Lakeside Trail and follow what's known as the Buckeye Loop Trail, which kind of goes inland. While the Lakeside Trail's been very pretty, it is pretty much along the lake, and I thought I'd take this other trail on the way back, maybe get a little bit different scenery. They both end up in the same spot. So far this trail's been fairly rugged. After a short period where the White Blaze Trail and the Yellow Blaze Trail ran together again, I'm back on just the White Blazed Trail. Pretty interesting topography here. We're heading away from the lake at this point. Well, I'm back on the Yellow Blaze portion of the trail, the final stretch on my walk around Burr Oak Lake. Total distance is going to be about 20 miles for me, utilizing both the yellow and white blazes. If you stayed strictly with the yellow blazes, you could probably add about 2 more miles to that. But that gives me time to get back to the campground before checkout time to retrieve my camper. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed this hike. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my take on hiking and backpacking in the US. Until next time though, take care and keep hiking.